Thompson will be hosting ACT Math and Science Prep throughout the next month. Good morning, I'm Ashley Ryan.
And I'm Simon Callahan, and this is THS TV. ACT Math and Science Prep courses are being taught throughout the month of October before the October 27th ACT. The classes will start on Tuesday, October 9th, and will be held every Tuesday and Thursday leading up to the day before the ACT. Students will have the option of attending from 3:15 to 5 or 6 to 8:15.
The cost is $110, which includes all review sessions and a copy of the official ACT Prep Guide. This course will be taught by Drew Warman in room B106.
Sign up fast because this class is open to the first 25 students. Multiple students have gone above and beyond during this school year, and reporter Gracie Coker highlights just one of the many for this week's Student Spotlight.
Abby Malkov is a junior at the high school and is involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. She's the junior class treasurer for SGA, president of Ambassadors, member of the Spanish Club, has been inducted into Spanish Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta, and she is as well in 2 choir groups, the Harmonettes and Madrigals.
Sure. Abby came to me last year. I had not had her as a previous student, and she had been in choir before, but not in high school. So when she came to me, I talked to her a long time about what we had been doing, and she wanted to audition for my audition class. And so, having not been in my women's choir her first year, however, like I said, she had been in middle school choir. She had to take a theory test and do some singing by herself and do some sight reading, and she passed all of that stuff with raving reviews. And so she has jumped in with both feet and learns her music very quickly, and she's very responsible, and so I'm enjoying having her in class.
Malkov works hard throughout the school year to keep on task and stay at the top of her class while juggling all of these extracurricular activities.
Well, I juggle all of my extracurriculars by keeping a planner, writing down things on a whiteboard I keep in my room. Really, I just try to outline everything out and manage my time so that I have enough time to do everything without getting too stressed. It's an honor to be at the top of my class, and it takes a lot of hard work, and I'm really glad that I'm set up to succeed because I worked really hard for everything, and I like to think I'm determined.
Have you seen a student that stands out in your class? Tweet us at THS News TV to highlight a student who goes above and beyond. Reporting live on all students around Thompson, for THS TV, I'm Gracie Coker.
Students are getting prepared for their future career path in high school, and reporter Sawyer Callahan has information on how to get a head start on top-paying jobs in the science and mathematics field.
The career tech field is back and is getting high school students ready for the future. High school students now have a chance to try different careers and pick the best one that suits them. One of the major career tech jobs is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. These jobs can range from chemical engineering, aerospace engineering, electrical, and civil engineering. There are over 20 different engineering careers that you can go into.
I've been in the engineering academy for 3 years, and I'm just not in it this year because I completed it already. And it helped me figure out that I wanted to be a civil engineer because we did this program called SolidWorks, and it showed us like designing buildings and designing objects and stuff, and that's kind of what a civil engineer does.
When deciding what career to go into, salary is a big part of that matter. For example, the average salary for a chemical engineer can range from $82,000 to $124,000 a year. High school students also need to think about what classes to take for this certain career. For engineering, just the basic core classes, math, science, English, and history, as well as any electives relating to this career option. Getting into an internship or shadowing someone can also be helpful in preparing you for that future career. When deciding if engineering is for you, here are some questions to ask yourself. Do you get good grades in math and science? Are you good at fixing, designing, and building things? Do you like working on projects as part of a team? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then science, technology, engineering, and mathematics could be right for you. If you are interested in this career, check out the options at your school and see what it's all about. Reporting for THS TV, I'm Sawyer Callahan.
Have you recently turned 18? Here's what's trending on Twitter. Hashtag National Voter Registration Day is trending on Twitter as of November 6th. Voting day is quickly approaching. Twitter users are strongly encouraging everyone to go ahead and register so your voice can be heard. Hot topics going around via tweets are healthcare and affordable education. The deadline to register is in just a few weeks on October 12th, and if you'll be gone for voting day, don't forget to get an absentee ballot. Now let's take a look at other hot topics in today's national headlines.
Bill Cosby was seen at the Montgomery courthouse yesterday in response to the 3 counts of sexual assault. Cosby should be labeled as a sexual violent predator, and in spite, the behaviors are beyond their control, so they are urged to act on it, said psychologist Kristen Dudley. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein is expected to be fired by President Trump. Trump is said to meet with Rosenstein this Thursday in response to Attorney General going to the White House Monday expecting to be fired. Tiger Woods says he's blessed to be back after winning his first PGA Tour event in over 5 years following a long and painful return to form from a back injury. Woods finished 11 under par for the weekend to take his 80th PGA victory and signaled that he had turned a corner after years of pain and disappointment.
Thompson played Tuscaloosa County last Friday night, and they managed to win 35-0, which I know is really exciting, and a lot of people are really looking forward to the next game.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people went to that game, even though it was an hour away. So it's crazy that we're still having a good turnout, regardless of how far away it is.
Yes, I mean, I didn't get a chance to make it, but them pulling out that big win, 35-0, which is outstanding, and this being our 4th game, I'm pretty sure. I think we've only managed to lose 1, but we've won the rest, and it's great. So looking forward to the next one.
I've got more in today's sports.
But first, we've got your needs to know in today's announcements.
We'll be right back with more THS TV.
Still to come on THS TV,
Missed the game in Tuscaloosa Friday night? I've got a recap in today's sports.
trying to ace that dreaded ACT? I'll tell you where you can prepare in 0 period. You're watching THS TV, Thompson High School's source for sports.
Did you miss Thompson's win over Tuscaloosa County Friday night? Reporter Brad Lewis has a recap of Friday night's game.
Friday night, the Warriors had a dominating victory over the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats. Talia Tagovailoa threw for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Warriors were also led on offense by Michael Petway, who had 9 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown. Shadrick Bird rushed for 103 yards and a touchdown in the victory. The defense was led by Elijah Clayton, 4 tackles, and a Jalen Bustamante interception, which helped them shut out the Wildcats 35-0. The Warriors moved to 3-1 on the season as they take the number 3 spot in the 7A rankings.
I think they played well. We definitely had a week to prepare, and it was a week. We used all of our time to our advantage, and it paid off Friday night.
The Warriors will play at home Friday against the Spain Park Jaguars. Stay tuned for Friday's show for more Thompson football. Reporting for THS TV, I'm Brad Lewis.
Competed this past weekend at the Scottsboro Invitational and found great success. On the girls' side, they finished 8th out of 25 teams and were led by senior Mackenzie Hogue, who finished first. Senior Brandon Lee and junior Jace Jones led the boys' side with their 8th and 10th place finishes, resulting in the team's overall standing of 5th place for the boys. Thompson Baseball will be holding its first annual golf tournament on Thursday, October 11th at the Timberline Golf Course. It will begin with lunch at noon, with shotgun start following at 1. The tournament will be a 4-man scramble with costs at $100 per person and $400 per team. For more information, email warriorbaseball@charter.net. From the high school gym to the college turf, we've got the details in today's national sports headlines.
Woods made a comeback last Sunday while securing his 80th PGA Tour win. Woods has spent the past several years attempting to recover from multiple back surgeries, but is now expected to place 13th in the world with 7 top 10 finishes. Woods also now trails all-time PGA Tour victory leader Sam Snead by 2 points. The Atlanta Falcons lost starting free safety Ricardo Allen to a season-ending Achilles tendon tear. Allen is at least the 3rd significant Atlanta defensive player to suffer a major injury this year. He played 66 snaps before being carted off the field in a 43-37 overtime loss to the New Orleans Saints. Clemson announced Monday morning that freshman Trevor Lawrence would be officially taking on the role of starting quarterback. A week ago, Clemson head coach Dabo Swinney announced that he would make a change at quarterback when one player clearly separated, and made the final decision after Clemson's win against Georgia Tech.
That's all for today's sports. Tune in on Friday for more sports updates. Now back to Simon with more news.
We've already filled you in on what a few teachers in the Spanish department do when they're not teaching, and reporter Ashley Ryan will feature Miss Sevilla.
Today we're featuring another teacher in the Spanish department, Mrs. Sevilla. She teaches Spanish 2 and Heritage Spanish 1 and 2, all of which she is passionate about. She spends most of her time with her daughter and son. Outside of Spanish, she also loves art and can draw pretty well. If she wasn't a teacher, she would be a translator or missionary. Her methods of teaching allow her students to learn more easily.
Miss Villa, she makes us do a lot of activities that help us remember things, so I think she's a good teacher because she helps us learn it better than other teachers.
She even teaches them catchy songs that allow them to retain Spanish. Tweet us which teacher you would like to see next at THS News TV. Reporting for THS TV on Miss Sevilla's teacher feature, I'm Ashley Ryan. Tomorrow is the annual See You at the Pole Day, which is a time for students to come together to pray and have a moment of silence before the school day begins. This will be held at 7:30 a.m. all around the globe in every time zone. Students and faculty that would like to attend can meet in the courtyard. This event is used to sing, pray, and encourage others to join in the movement.
All right, so I know that the Marching Southern Sounds.
Still to come on THS TV.
The band has a great showing this weekend at their competition, and I'll show you all the awards they have won.
Kanye West is trying to make a social media advancement, and I've got more details in today's Tech Talk.
This is THS TV, Thompson High School, a source for entertainment.
University of Alabama. Tagovailoa made quite an impression Saturday with 227 passing yards and 2 touchdowns, and will be starting again this Saturday against Arkansas State. Colin Kaepernick has been involved in a very controversial ad made by Nike. Nike aired the ad with Colin Kaepernick's face on it with the phrase, "Believe in something, even if it means sacrificing everything," on it. This has enraged many people because of his stance on the NFL protests. A little boy from Ohio got
I play Miss Lewis, and I am the main character's mom. And this family is the most grounded family, so they're the most normal out of the entire play. Kind of just a normal mom. I'm a housewife, so I don't really have a job or anything.
this past week. Taylon Orton has cerebral palsy and was bullied for it. Taylon loves football and wins some Findlay High School football.
I'll be playing Mr. Lewis. He is a grounded sort of character. He keeps all the other characters at ease and calmed down. Whenever everyone else is kind of chaotic and crazy, he's the one that kind of steps in to calm everyone down. And he's the dad of the main character, married to Miss Lewis, or Mrs. Lewis. And yeah, he's just kind of the normal guy.
Players surprised him with a chance to be on the sideline every home game. He was thrilled. 20th. Tune in next week to meet more of the cast of Meteor Boy. For THS TV, I'm Avery Forrest.
Homecoming is right around the corner, and here are some ideas on how to ask someone to homecoming. If they play a sport, you can base your homecoming proposal on what sport they play. If they run track, you could say, "You are attractive. Will you run with me at homecoming?" And if they play softball, you could say, "Can I steal you at HOCO on a cutout of a home plate?" You can also base your proposal on what your future date is interested in, like their favorite Netflix show.
So I got asked to homecoming on Sunday, and he did a Netflix type poster, and we always watch Riverdale together. So he did season 5, episode 1815, because we've been dating for 5 years and then that many days.
You can also base it off their favorite food. Like if they like tacos, you could say, "Let's taco about going to homecoming together." And if they like donuts, you could say, "Please donut say no to homecoming."
So I'm just going to ask her by just kind of a poster board, and what I was going to use was she likes candy and stuff like that, so I was kind of going to base my poster board off of the candy she likes and just make it a words on play, stuff like that.
You could also do something simple by just asking them in person. Sometimes people don't want a grand gesture.
Got my calculator out in AP chemistry because I was bored. I typed, "Will you go to HOCO with me?" And I actually just Snapchatted Erin a picture of it, and she said yes. And the reason why I did that is because she said she didn't want a big poster or anything. So I was like, that's the best thing I could do, and I got bored, so I was like, why not?
If you are looking for ideas, you can look up ideas on Pinterest or the internet. Reporting for THS TV and on homecoming proposals, I'm Adeline Lee.
Kanye West has recently been sharing his opinions of social media and how he feels it affects users psychologically. He feels that the display of how many likes or followers a social media user receives is damaging to other users' self-esteem. He tweeted out screenshots of messages with Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, and Ben Schwerin, the Vice President of Partnerships at Snapchat, where he is sharing his ideas of how social media should change. In one of his messages, he says, quote, "We need a live-streamed meeting with Jack Dorsey, Kevin Systrom, Mike Krieger, Mark Zuckerberg, and Evan Spiegel," end quote. West believes people see the number of likes or followers they have and think it defines who they are and can cause depression as they see other users with larger numbers. In the messages he shared with Jack Dorsey and Ben Schwerin, it is seen that they support wanting a change in social media as well. Kanye is still actively trying to make a change. Do you feel the display of number of likes and followers is damaging to people's self-esteem? Tweet us your opinions at THS News TV to be featured on an upcoming show. Now back to Ashley with more news.